Hello and welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda and today we're here with the Balkan Puzzle. Now my friend has asked me to show her how to make diamond blocks or double diamond blocks, or using the way I do it. And today that's going to be the perfect example for this, but we're going to show you a very traditional block that lends itself to being very scrappy and a lot of fun. But first, we want to talk to you about Ellie Miriam at the Closet Quilter. Now, her YouTube channel is very interesting. It's got an interesting spin on quilting. All of us have unique voices, and none of us have a more important voice than the other. But you guys have got to go check her out. And when you do, tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you there. And, this is her surprise shout out that she doesn't know that's coming. So it'll be a lot of fun for her to get, when this video drops. The other thing that's in the show notes below is our Facebook group, of course, growing quickly. There's the room feature that we're doing, and the members are actually getting to sew with each other on a virtual room. We also have our Zoom sew date links, and which is the first Saturday of the month, unless it's a statutory holiday, then it's moved to the second Saturday of the month. Anyways, all the dates are listed there below, and you can now set it up on your calendar. And it all starts at 9 a.m. Normally they run from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. or 9 to 9. We usually announce that in the Facebook group, whether we're going to do 12 hours or a shorter one. But it's Mountain Standard Time. I'm in Alberta, so that's when I start. So, without further ado, let's get to the sewing. Okay, so this is our Balkan Puzzle. Now, the big thing here, and this is not clear the way I've laid it out, you're going to have 4 flying geese. So let's just pull those flying geese out right now. They're the green ones. And those flying geese point to the middle, right? So there's your, 8 and 4. Now these are diamonds. So let's pull this out, get all of this, because once you see this go together, you're like, okay, this will be fine. So diamonds are, if you're doing it a flip and stitch method, it's the easiest way to do it. So let's get the right foot on. Of course, we always have the wrong foot. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do our flip and stitch sides. I don't know how much of this stuff, and it was like, ugh. Oh well. I decided I'm going to start using some of this floral up. Now, you can draw the lines if you want. I've been sewing this stuff all day, so it's like, okay, I don't need to sew. I don't need to draw lines anymore. But yeah, drawing a line from tip to tip, and then staying on this side of the line. Like you draw your line and then you sew on this side, just kissing that line, or you can iron it in, that works too. It's a perfect way of making a flying geese out of smaller pieces. Now, we will do, we'll do a how-to, with the flying geese, because I think that's, you have to know, if you're working with nothing but scraps, you have to know a few ways on how to do things, right? And sometimes people just, oh gee, I don't know how to do it that way, so they kind of like, they hesitate. It's not like doing triangles, you do them like 2 at a time or 8 at a time, or and it's like, well, you need big pieces of fabric to do that with sometimes, right? So it's kind of like, that's not always possible. Now, before we do any cutting, you always make sure you can cover that corner, right? So I just folded it over. Yes, I've got good coverage. I'm just going to clip this off and pile them up here. And again, always check. That is so important. Doesn't matter if you do it by, folding it over with an iron and ironing it in place, or whether you've drawn the line. Once you've sewn it, check it, because I hate to tell you how many times this has not gone well. And it's like, oh no. So let's now get that one on the other side done. And I just roll them through. Okay. let's get this last one out and see what we've got. And if it's short, just pick your stitches out and resew it. I mean, that's the easiest thing you can do, right? Is just resew it. Be done. Don't get crazy. Just resew it. Be done. Okay, now. There. Now. Okay, so there's my flying geese. And basically you're snowballing this rectangle on two sides. There we go. There. Now, the next block, basically this is built with subunits. And the subunits are flying geese and diamond blocks. Okay, so they always, you know, they're always a lot of fun. You know, both blocks are fun to make. You know, it's just a matter of preference. Make sure you're checking. Yes, it's all good. Okay. There. So they turn in. Oh, they turn in. Okay, let's start assembling this. And then, yep, I got good coverage. Excellent. Okay. And they turn in. Okay. There we go. Yes. Now. Now, first thing you got to decide is which way are your diamonds pointing. This is you done working with the diamonds, right? So my diamonds, I want them to go this way. So the traditional method is to cut them where they all go the same, like you use like an actual diamond and then you sew a triangle on. And it works, yes, it works. Sometimes you have to square them up a bit, but they work. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those blocks where you're like, ugh, I should have just done it this way. Okay, so now this is where we're laying it all out, back out. So let's get the rest of this done. And it starts out the same as a flying goose, right? Where you start from just shy, just, you know, kissing that center line almost. And there we go. Because we all want them to point the same way. So they all have to be sewn the same way. There. Oops, there we go. Come on, there. There. Now, very quick to, go through. Now just check, again, same thing. You gotta check to make sure you've got enough coverage, which I do. Which is always so nice when this works out right. Because now, this part here, I'm going to put it along here, but I'm going to go this way, right? So, because I want my diamonds to point a certain direction. Okay? There we go. Let's check this one. Alright. Yeah, these are coming along. Some of this fabric I have donated that were part of my donations. It's just beautiful. I am making some very pretty blocks out of them. Okay, let's get that off. Now with this block, your leaders and enders that you end up with 16 triangles. So you can actually make a little 16 triangle patch out of them. And I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, it works perfect. There we go. These ones are fun to play with as leaders and enders. These blocks, just by doing this, right? I mean, they're just cute. They're just cute. I mean, you know, they're just cute. Okay, now we change the foot to a good 1/4 inch foot, and I have thread falling out everywhere. Why? Okay, here we go. And, okay. Yeah, there's only 2 subunits, right? A flying goose and a diamond, right? So that's why this block works. It lends itself to being, you know, like a leader ender, you know. So, because it's just a fun block, right? Now, this is going to go like that. There. And, yep, we're good. There we go. Give it another good little finger press there. Nice. There we go. There. Okay, let's get some of these done. Okay. Let's just quickly run through these little triangles. Okay. Go. Nice. Well, I was telling you guys about my husband and I were talking about me doing speaking engagements. Yeah, and we decided we were gonna charge nothing for them. I think that's a good place for me to be. It's just not a good time for the guilds right now. We lost a lot of members because of the Zoom meetings, or you know, not being able to have meetings, or some of their members weren't technical, computer savvy enough to do the meetings like that. So there we are. So that's why we decided, yeah, we would go with. Now I'm just going to quickly run the rest of this through, because now, okay, get all this over here. We have 8 of each, 8 blues and 8 greens. Okay. Okay, the first thing you have to do is make your subunits together. So that means this subunit and this subunit go together, because this goes together like a 4-patch. Now, as you're sewing it, you can't see this point. So you have to flip it, right? In order to see this point, you have to have it upright. So it doesn't matter how you run these through, run them through all the same way so you can see where the threads cross, right? Because that's where you need to be. Okay. So here we go. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Nice. There. And we make our point. Yes, we do. Perfect. There. It's really nice when it's easy to make your points. Because there are days it's not fun to try and make your points, that's for sure. Okay. Alright. There we go. And last one up. There we go. And now once all our subunits are sewn together, there. I can take you through the lengthy process of watching me trim all these, or show you at the end what I do with all this stuff, or we'll just get to laying it back out. Okay. There we go, just like that. You might have just a little bit less resistance if you go this way, where you fold over your blue. There. It's kind of a funny little... Okay, I am going to have to do something with this. Okay, we're just going to pull this out for now and fold over the blue, just like that, so I get all the blue in the middle. Right? Easiest double... Oh, that doesn't look right. It's got to look like this. Now see, this would be, this block here would be a double diamond, right? So, and that's used quite a bit too in some of these more traditional blocks. But this is how we're going to lay it out for this. Now this lends itself to being very scrappy, including all the neutral, right? Like, you know, this, you know, I would, if you're going to look for continuity, make all blues or all greens, right? And then make all, you know, crazy, just to unify your block. Sometimes your blocks look too scrappy and that's not good. Now, you want to make points, and the only points you worry about are here. So, you got to see them in order to make them. So, let's go through. Now, there we go. There we go. We made it easy. There. And, okay. Now, let's see if I can't see that point. Where is it? There it is. Yes, I'm in good shape. Yeah. I'm in good shape to see it. Otherwise, I have to peek too much. Okay. And our last seam, because it's going to go together like a 4-patch, right? So let's get that last seam together. Yeah, I've sewed it together, right? It still looks like this puzzle that we're doing. Now, if you were doing a show quilt, I would be suggesting to you to make sure that when you're running across your points, you know, to start in the middle or go to the middle and then flip it over, like make your middle cross and then flip it over so you could sew it from the other side. But I'm just making a little scrappy block. If you were doing a show quilt, there'd be different ways of piecing this together, so there would be absolutely no room or excuse to miss the points on your work. Let's see, where are we here? Okay, right? Yeah, we're in good shape. We are in good shape. Even though I'm trying to aim at that point. Because when you're sewing it this way, there's a place where you can't see your point. Right? But if you were doing it for show, you would go here and then cross over and backstitch, and then go this way, come this way, right, in order to finish your seam. But we're not doing show quilts, we're just doing a little scrappy quilt. So let's get to our ta-da moment. So, what do you think of this adorable little Balkan puzzle? This is just so cute. I think it turned out really well. You know, like this is one of those blocks where you can be like as scrappy as you want to be, or you can kind of pick colors that, you know, are more like blues, like have all different blues and all different greens and the same background. I mean, you could play with this and have so much fun. You know, just kind of like, okay, what does this look like if? Now, I had done this by stitch and flip, right? Now, that is not the traditional method for this block, but it worked. And I'm going to show you this adorable little baby, you know, pinwheel block. I sewed 4 pinwheels and I squared them all up to 2.5 inches, and I sewed them together. So now this is 4.5 by 4.5 unfinished. This will go perfectly into an orphan block challenge at a future video. And isn't it adorable? I wanted to show you this so badly and so quickly that I didn't even iron it, which I should be ironing them, but I mean, I didn't iron it because I thought, oh, this is too cute to wait to be ironed. So I do hope you give this a try. This was just so much fun today, hanging out with you in your sewing room, and you know, you hanging out in mine. So until we meet again, I hope you have an absolutely glorious week and everything in your sewing room goes really well for you. Okay, you take care until then. Bye! My husband and I would love to thank you for coming along with us on our quilting journey and the YouTube adventure that we're on. We have some wonderful plans for 2023. And it includes a lot more, like with the Facebook group and the rooms feature and sewing and hanging out with people. Those monthly Zoom sew dates are still in the works. We have a lot of fun ideas coming up for 2023. And we hope you share, like, and subscribe with your friends. That little notification button and subscribing to us really helps us out. Commenting helps us out too. So if you like what you're seeing, let us know. Even send us a heart on the comment. That helps so much for us. Okay, you have an absolutely fabulous 2023 and all of our best wishes for you in the future. Okay, take care. Bye.